Hello everyone and welcome to Twin Flame Tarot. So I'm going to do a couple of videos about the Major Arcana before we move on to the Minor Arcana, and we're going to start with the Wands suit. But I'm going to talk about the Majors right now. So I've got the Radiant Rider Waite Tarot here, and obviously we've done an overview of each card, but we're going to kind of put it together, and then tomorrow I'm going to be doing shuffling and we're going to get some messages and do some spreads with the cards to really get the energy of them and how the cards interlink, because you can actually use just the Major Arcana to do a reading if you want to. Or you can make your own spreads up, including the Major Arcana if you want to, if that's something you're guided to do. So the cards tell a story. The cards tell a story all the way from the Fool card, right the way through to the World. And really what the tarot tells, or the Major Arcana tells, is the story of our life. We start off as a child, growing up spiritually, growing up physically, learning what this life is all about, making mistakes, which we then realise on our spiritual journey that they are not mistakes at all, that they are merely lessons that lead to blessings, that everything has a reason and a purpose in our life. And the World card is about coming to a completion. So this is about realising that we've done the best we can, that we have learned and healed and served a purpose here, and we're ready to move on. So this can be about the beginning of our life and the end of our life. And it's always in a cycle. So the Major Arcana is also reminding you that we have many, many cycles in our life. We don't just grow up and die. We grow up and die many times. What does that mean in this lifetime? It means we get reborn over and over and over. And when we get reborn, we start again. So we have to leave behind the past, and we create an ending in our life to bring in a new beginning, which sometimes can be painful and griefful, and it can hurt like a physical death. But something better is always brought forth from that. And this is the lessons we learn. So we learn on this journey as the Fool to take a risk, to do what we're guided to do, to follow our heart and our intuition, and to follow our dreams, and to realise who we are. And the Magician allows us to do that, because the Magician is us harnessing all those tools, all the things that we've learned along the way. So the Magician is how we really grab hold of those opportunities and make something happen from them, make magical things happen in our lives. And the High Priestess is the intuition. You know, we know that we are guided and guarded from heaven, we know we are protected, and we know that we are safe. So we go on this spiritual journey, and as the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, we harness those aspects of ourselves. So we realise that we can't have the light without the darkness. We can't have the good without the bad, because they are polarities. And we have to go within sometimes to work that out. We go within to ask ourselves the question, why do I feel this way? What is next for me? Who am I? We question everything. And we're given the strength we need from heaven to move ahead, to gain clarity and understanding during these darker periods when, things don't make as much sense. And we're given the strength to find the answers, to trust in fate and destiny, to move things ahead, that we can and will move things forward in our life, that karma and justice will be done. And sometimes things are delayed in our lives, delayed for a reason, delayed with love, delayed so we can find the new beginning we've been searching for and end the things that we need to release. And we have to have patience and compassion and understanding at this time, not only with others, but mainly with ourselves, so we overcome the ego. And we realise it's only the ego creating the fear, and the fear is illusion. And the ego can bring with it great destruction and chaos, but always a better future. Something is always rebuilt from the ashes, like the phoenix from the flames. And we always have happiness around us, even if things seem clouded, even if there's illusion. Even if we have to look a bit closer for it, we can always find it in the darkness. And that usually includes love and our spiritual power. connecting with who we are, making a commitment to ourselves, realizing that we can't judge others without really judging ourselves, and that's the completion we go on. So the Major Arcana tells a story, and even though they were a little bit out of order when I was doing them, the story's the same. We gain strength and understanding and power in this journey. So I'm just going to shuffle the majors in this deck, and let's do a little mini reading so you can kind of see how the cards go together. And then tomorrow I'm going to put all of the decks we're using in this series together in the majors to bring a message in. So let's get a message and see how we can read this. A message for the Divine Feminine. So that could possibly be you. A message for the Divine Masculine, which is your person, and a message for your journey. This just shows how you can read the cards. So the message for the Divine Feminine is judgment. So again, we've just talked about this. We're learning how to release the past. We're learning to not judge anybody else. And what the Divine Feminine learns most of all is to not blame the Divine Masculine for things, or judge them for the time that it's taking or the way they are going about their journey, because we all do things in our own way. And we learn that as a Divine Feminine. We learn to give the control to heaven, to surrender the control that we think we need to heaven, to let go, so that we stop trying to force everything and make things happen and understand. Because it's important that we understand ourselves and our feelings and our thoughts, not necessarily what they are going through to get there, even though the cards give you a good indicator of this. So we learn to let go of the judgment towards ourselves, thinking we've made mistakes and done things wrong. We learn to forgive that. And we learn to stop feeling guilty about things too. And if they are in a karmic situation and we feel guilty about that, or like envy, we step into our power by knowing that, at the end of the day, nobody compares to you. And it's not over till it's over. In other words, the angel is saying we learn to bless that karmic energy. And we learn to realize that a lesson is being learned, not only between the Divine Masculine and those and everyone dealing with that, but also you, because you're learning to trust that you are enough, that love conquers all, and that everything will be okay. So we learn to release the way we see the painful things in the journey and focus on the positive in the journey. And for the Divine Masculine, we've got the World. So I know obviously these are together, but again, this is the energy of 2020 and 21, showing you that everything is moving forward, and the masculines are coming to the end of a tough cycle in their life. The completion phase, the moving out of one way of being to move into a new way of being, the moving out of one life to bring in a new life, the moving away from the old, all those toxic things that don't serve them anymore, to start again with you. So that's the energy they are in. And the energy of the journey, we've got the Magician. So it really is all inside of both of you to achieve this dream, to make it happen. And the Magician is saying you can do this. You can do this and you will do this. But you have to believe and have faith and trust, because the Magician sees through the illusion. The Magician knows that he has infinite wisdom and that he harnesses all that power. Not only the power from within and everything he's learned, but from above. Because as above, so below. So he connects with everything. So again, a really powerful energy. So you can see how these cards go. You realise that, okay, you look at the card. That's the Divine Feminine energy. What is this saying to you? How does it make you feel? You can see it's the energy of surrender. So in this particular reading, which may resonate with you as well for your journey right now, which usually happens when we're doing these cards, but you're being shown that the thing that you are being guided to do right now from your Magician energy, which is your higher self, surrender. And the thing that the masculines are being guided to do from their higher self is to complete that phase, or this phase of their life, by starting again, and that they have all the strength they need to be free to make this happen, to bring about this change. And really powerful again that we've got this 2-year period of 2020 and 21 guiding everything forward, and we're currently in 2022, which is also connected, with the Magician moving things forward, and because, I'm sharing this video in real time in February too. but a great message here about trusting, keeping the faith, and knowing that you have the power to change your life. I hope that helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.